Good evening, everyone. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Joe's ready. I'm
I'm
very, very, very excited. I've been waiting for this moment all summer. For me, this is bigger than playing the Mac. Well, it's not bigger than playing the Mackhams. I'm more excited for this moment than playing the Mackhams. Joe, how are you feeling about this evening's draw?
I would
Excited?
I would second that. Yeah, very excited. I love this new format. It gives a chance for a lot of testing to go on. With a lot of different teams. Previously what you've got three teams to go against. Now you've got what? What does it end up? Eight games in total for the Champions League. Like the test that we need is exactly that. Like and I like earlier when I made a post, someone was like, "Oh, you aren't going to win it. Calm down." It's like, it is. It's experience of being in the Champions League. And I'm excited because if I can get everything sorted towards the end of the year and get my passport, I might even make it to an away game this season. Champions, champions.
Oh, you'll have to come. You'll have to come.
Great one.
Come to Kazakhstan with us. Maybe come to Norway. We shall see who we get. So what we're going to do for you, the draw is going to be about 5:30. We are going to talk about through the pots. We're going to graphic on screen. We're going to talk you through how it works, who we both like, who we don't want in terms of glamour, the travel, etc., etc.
Yeah.
There is also a link for you to join if you want to. It's in the pinned comments. You can join us before the draw and after the draw. During the draw, it's just going to be me and Joe because we don't want any clutter noise, stuff like that. We want to keep it like nice and streamlined. So if you want to have your say, jump on board. The link is in the pinned chat before or after as well. We can see the live chat has already started, so we shall bring that up. And Joe, we've got a Champions League live chat format as well. We're doing well this evening, aren't we?
Lee, it's looking beautiful. You've done some lovely, lovely bit of painting on the live stream here the night. Like it's looking very, very elite. Which we are the only elite team in the Northeast now. So I'm going to rub that in as much as I can. There's a lot of people mentioning about Madrid straight away, and I know you're hoping for Madrid, aren't you, Lee? Never been to the Bernabeu?
Yeah, we will look at the pots up at the Bernabeu's on my bucket list away, so that'd be really nice. Anyone fancy a trip to Monaco? I'll be skint if I get to Monaco. I might do some investments, like you never know, tax free and all that. Andy, nice to see you. Madrid, Napoli, Lee, Madrid away. Echoes what I've said. Geordie Tune for Life. Listen to that Champions League music. We would love. I was just saying to Joe before I went live. We would love to play that for you. We can just hum it for you.
Master. Can I? Wow, it's usually
Okay.
me doing the whole singing.
And I'm just excited, I am excited. It's a fantastic day for me all around. I've bought a new motor, so I'm absolutely over the moon. So I've got two motors now. So we have the TV just in front of us. We are going to get asked, where can I watch it? Where can I watch it? If you want to watch it, it's on TNT Sport. And it's also on UEFA.com. So there's a big ceremony going on for the first half an hour. They're going to praise Chelsea because they've won all the European Cups, each competition. So yeah, and we are very, very excited to see who Newcastle United get in the Champions League. So it's going to be exciting who we get. So shall we have a little look at the pots?
Yes,
Why
interesting.
not? So how it works is that Newcastle will be playing two teams from each pot regardless. Okie dokie. So let's have a look at pot one. I've already said I would love Real Madrid away. Are you echoing that, Joe, or is there anyone else you would like to see in there?
I want to see simply because I was a little young boy when it happened, and Tino Esprilla went and scored his hat trick against them. But I think it's going to be Barcelona away, and I really want to see Barcelona away. I just want to see Newcastle walking out at the new Camp Nou. That sounds mad. But I reckon it's going to be Barcelona away. But I would be very happy with Real Madrid as well. I think it's just that whole thing of like going against a caliber team like that, isn't it? Like that high caliber, it's a big test. It's a big moment, and it's great for the putting Newcastle on the map. So I would like Barcelona away. But
Interestingly, Barcelona's new stadium will be ready as well. So so I've been to Camp Nou, but not the. Was it the older one? Seen Lionel Messi score a hat trick against Leganes. Me and the Ben went to that one, so that was great. And I've done all the stadium tour run there, so it'd be nice to go back, wouldn't it? So Real Madrid, for me, Joe wants Barcelona. You might see a QR code literally right underneath me. We are sponsored today by Saley. Saley is an eSIM, so this is perfect because whoever we get in the Champions League, don't use your mobile data. Get yourself a sim and get an extra 15% off through us. It's Saley.com/Newcastle fans. So, what is Saley? It's a brand new eSIM, basically brought to you by the creators of NordVPN. You can choose over 200 destinations with it eSIM, so you'll always be connected whenever you need to be. Mars currently in Gran Canaria. She's using it for the first time. Dead easy to install it for us, so dead simple. So download it once. The app, affordable prices, global, regional plans. You can save time, avoid scams, protect your privacy, save on your mobile data. That's the key one if you're going abroad. I had to switch my mobile data when I was in China, and believe it or not, I was connected for just under a minute. I got charged over £4 just for under a minute, just for swapping them over. So that was my mistake. Compatible and 24-hour support, and of course you can get a full refund of that. And dead easy. All you got to do, check the link in the description or the QR code, which you'll see on tonight's show. Download the app, buy a plan. Make sure at checkout you put Newcastle fans in the checkout to get your extra 15% off. You can choose loads of data plans from 1 gig all the way up. Install the eSIM, and then in Sim Manager, you just make that your main SIM when you go abroad. So definitely download it. It saves fortunes. I'll be using this when I'm going to, well, we'll see whoever we get in the Champions League. Okay, dokie. So you wanted Real Madrid. Sorry, I wanted Real Madrid. You wanted Barcelona away then. So if you have Barcelona, would you mind them at home as well?
I wouldn't mind them at home. I wouldn't mind Barcelona at home. Not at all. That would be
yeah, and Keith Gillespie night, wasn't it?
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like imagine Jacob Murphy coming out and doing Tino. You know, although imagine, and I know a lot of people are going to shoot us down on this one, but you know the advert, Tino, right? Just imagine it. Everything's made well, and he who must not be named comes out and scores a hat-trick for her. Just imagine.
Well, that's if he stays, and that's another debate. Look, if you want to get your say, there is a link pinned in the live chat if you want to join us on screen and have a chat. Pre-hand, beforehand. You know what I mean. If you just want to have your say, and then after the draw's been done, we'll open it up for a couple of people to come on afterwards, and we'll talk about the reaction of who we've got. So the link is there for you. Feel free. With different bite, well, maybe a little bit. So, okie dokie then. Who's the other team? Because we can't play an English side. So who's the other team that you want?
So, if it goes my way and we get Barcelona away, I would then like to have Inter Milan at home. We've played AC Milan. Let's play the other Milan team and let's give ourselves. I think Inter as well.
Underrated,
big-headed, but I feel like we're on a very much same level as what Inter Milan is, and I feel like Inter Milan's one of those teams that we can give a real fight to, and it's a good match on paper to me. So I really want to go against Inter Milan. Where I feel like any other game outside of that, we've already faced Dortmund. Bayern Munich, it's basically like having Barcelona and Bayern Munich. I don't want that. Two massively big teams. So I reckon Inter Milan's the team that's on the same level as us. And I think it'd be a fantastic match of football. I really do. So Inter Milan at home, please. Thank you.
Yeah, obviously they've lost Inzaghi, so they're in transition at the moment. We have actually played Inter Milan at home. We got beat 4-1, if you remember, when Craig Bellamy decided to kick out and got sent off after about 7 minutes or something like that.
Christ, I've just unlocked a memory there.
Yeah, and then Shearer got banned later, if you remember, because it was alleged that he put an elbow towards, I think it was Cannavaro, I might be mistaken. So then Shearer had to sit out a couple of games. So that's when we had Shola Miobi and Lamar Alawalawa away to Bayern Leverkusen and ripped them apart. So there we're gone. So yeah.
What a player Alawalawa was. Loved him.
Yeah, he was great off the bench, wasn't he? So for me, obviously Real Madrid, I would like to see Bayern Munich. I wouldn't even mind going to the Allianz either away. So for Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich are a prestige, massive club, easy to get to. Everyone in that first pot, if you talk about travelling, everything's within 2 hours for flights, which is great for away fans. So we're all fine on pot one. Even if we get Bayern Munich at home, I remember, you might not remember this, Joe, I might be a little bit tad older than you by a couple of years. We played Bayern Munich in a friendly. It's one of my early memories as a teenager. We drew 2-2 at Bayern Munich in a friendly. I think I'll remember as Oliver Kahn in goal. Shearer scored as well. So there's pot one. We'll have a look at what yous are saying. Tell us who yous want. We want to know who yous all want. Technically at work until 5:30, so multitasking at the moment. Matt, love that.
Yeah, Lewis.
Leverkusen and Juventus pot 2, I'd like. We're going to come at that in a moment. Grimsby. Fair play.
Come on, Grimsby. Love it.
Lee, what team wouldn't you want in pot 1? Well, I know who I don't want in pot 4. Put it that way. We'll come to that in a moment. BDB, Big Dan Burn, is going to score a header against Real this season. Shola, my hero, growing up as well. So do keep your live chat coming in. Drop us a like. The likes help us massively. Please do. We'll put this format on the Champions League looking. Took about an hour and a half to put all this together. So if you can drop us a massive like for that effort, that'd be lovely. Partick Thistle away. You were in the chat last night about Partick Thistle, weren't you? So going back to pot 2, we'll read this one. Andy says Bayern Munich, Napoli, Ajax, Atalanta, Benfica, and Pavos. Pot 2 then. So again, looking at everybody in there, it's all still a reasonable trip for all away fans. Everywhere's pretty close. Everywhere's within 2 hours. So Joe, who you wanting in pot 2? Remember, you can't have Arsenal.
Pot 2 for me, I'll go with my away team first, which is Frankfurt. I would love to have Frankfurt away. And
why?
What?
Why Frankfurt away?
I feel like, again, it's one of those where it's a team. Look, for me, Real Madrid or Barcelona are the big hitters for where they're the big challenge. They're the giants that will need to topple. For me, Frankfurt's another team like Inter Milan. It's going to be a great game. Newcastle versus Frankfurt. That's just going to be excellent. And Atlanta at home. I think they're just 2 games that I would really enjoy watching. They've got 2 great teams who are on par with ourselves. Just 2 great European football matches. Like, that's what I'm looking at in pot 2. To be fair, I don't even care which way I get them. Frankfurt and Atalanta, they're the 2 that I want. Home or away, take your pick on which one. So yeah.
Are you wanting all the glamour ties? Because those probably aren't in pot 2. Whereas for me, as a travelling away fan, I want them big hitters.
I'd say pot 1's where you glamour ties, or I feel like outside of that, there's not as many glamour ties when you look at the other European sides. Frankfurt's probably one that has a bit of name behind it, but I think for glamour, realistically,
you can probably get a result there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at with Frankfurt at Atlanta. I think them 2 are 2 teams which we can go out and we can really do a good performance, and we can bring about some glory in the Champions League. I don't want to have a group of death per se, and have like all the hardest teams in every pot. As much as it's great, I want to go far.
I get it. Do you know what? If I could have it easy way, I would have all the big hitters away if I could, but you can't because it's obviously seeded in pots. So, how I would like it as a travelling fan, out of pot 2, I would love to do Juventus away just to beat their stadium. I've never done it. Yeah. It would be great to go to their brand new stadium. I know it's a lot more smaller. It's more like a British stadium built the way it's like small and closer at the pitch. Because I remember the Stadio dell'Alpi was massive. It was a big, massive running track, a bit like all the old Italian stadiums. So for me, Juventus away would be great. Again, it's easy to get out Turin. And really, looking at that, obviously now we've just played, there's probably 2. I wouldn't mind Atletico away. I know we've just played them, but I've never been. They've got a brand new stadium as well. That'll be a test away at Diego Simeone's team. But for a nice weather time, and maybe Benfica, the Stadio de Luz, which is an English stadium, I like actually. So for me, first pick Juventus away, second pick away Atletico. But if I had a home tie other than them, honestly, I'll take even the weakest team, which is probably on paper. Club Brugge who've just walloped Rangers. What was it, 8-1, 9-1 on aggregate over the 2 legs? 9-1, I think it is.
I remember because there's a lot of Rangers fans in the North Shields clubhouse, and they were all sat there in half time. I think it was 5-0 at half time, and they were kicking off. It was mad to see. It was quite a shock.
Football, wasn't it? Because even Celtic couldn't put out a Kazakh. They didn't even score against a Kazakh team. Kazakhstan, put my teeth in Leawa.
It just goes to show that the Champions League is a tough stage to stand on, doesn't it?
Is anyone you want to avoid?
In pot 2?
Leverkusen.
Bayern Leverkusen. And probably Atletico, simply based on the fact that we've just faced them and they challenged with quite well. Atletico and Leverkusen, they're the 2 I want to avoid in pot 2. Sorry, I just feel like they're hard ties for it.
I think the hardest in pot 2 is Atletico and Juventus.
Yeah.
I think they're the hot. Football's not played on. I would like them as Glamour-Tides, of course I would. But we don't always get at what we want. So, yeah, drop us a like, everybody. We are live on YouTube and we are live on Twitch. The draw is coming in around 15 minutes. Reshman from TNT Sport is currently looking lovely in a red dress. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is coming on.
I was just about to say, Zlatan, honestly, if anyone can pull off a suit, it's that man. That's a fantastic style. And his hair. Oh,
He's had a bit of a chop, hasn't he? Hopefully he can tell Isak straight. Because, but yeah, that's the UEFA president as well, chatting away as well. So pot three. My boss was going to be, oh, they want it. Oh, I booped. I've had too many energy drinks as they keep me alive. Actually, before we have a look at pot three, let's pause and have a look at the live chat again, everybody. So, Bayern Munich, Napoli, Ajax, Atlanta, Benfica, Pavos, Bayern Munich away and Real at home, says Dale from pot one. Monaco, says Andy, Benfica away. And it's quite easy because I think Estadio de Luz Stadium is literally next door to the airport as well, by the way. So that's easy. Nigel goes on to say, I wouldn't be mad about getting some easier teams, not that anyone is, to get through and start thinking about the glamour ties the next rounds, more revenue and the big teams in the knockouts. Yeah, I think that's where Joe's coming on to, whereas for me, it's more about, give me the glamour ties. I want to go to this place. I want to go to that place. Why are Spurs in pot three? We'll explain that in a minute then. For you, Ken. Matt goes on to say Ajax and Bordeaux on my picks for pot three. Have some good memories of PSV in the Champions League when we lost first three in a group and then won 2 and 3 qualifies, so wouldn't mind them. So the reason how UEFA do it is it goes on a ranking system. So because Newcastle are not in Europe every single season, unfortunately we're in pot 4, even though everybody else in pot 1 and pot 2 is wanting to avoid us, because we're effectively one of the big boys in pot 4, let's be honest.
Yep.
So that's how it works. It goes on the ranking system. So Spurs, obviously, in the winners of the Europa League, but they're not consistent in the Champions League every season. So that'll be why. I think if Man United had qualified, they would be probably pot 2, pot 3. But let's since we're talking about pot 3, same question to you, Joe. Is there a trip? I think there's one stands out for me. Couple actually, because there's some hostile places away from home there, isn't it?
Oh, is the Olympiacos is going to be a feisty one.
Hot, that'll be hot. Stinky.
Do you know what I would like to see though with Olympiacos, because they are very well known for the flag displays, is seeing the flag display that they either bring to St James's Park or to see the flag display that War Flags takes to Olympiacos Stadium. That would be interesting, battling displays. Slavia's quite rough as well, isn't it?
Czech Republic, yeah, cheap booze, isn't it?
Yeah, you'll have a few over there. No, I think for me, I've got my eyes set on one, and it's probably the one that I'm most likely to be able to get to. Is Ajax away. I am I've got an Ajax top on as well right now. One of their special limited edition Bob Marley one. Off a little bit there with the three. I think that you can see the 3 birds on the back. Three little birds there. So I do appreciate Ajax as a team, and I would love to be able to head over there and see them play, especially against Newcastle United. And now there's going to be a load of people giving us some stick for wearing this on the live.
You will get stick for that.
You know what it is? It's a custom top. I collect me custom tops. Like, I love it. There's no wrong with following a European team or two as well. But Ajax away and Napoli at home. Now, I think Napoli, because I feel like they're going to be a team who, and I've picked them for a specific reason. It's the same reason that I picked Dortmund last time out, that I wanted Dortmund, because last time a lot of Newcastle fans were like, Dortmund's the game that will smash. Dortmund's the game that will go through. And I think people will look at Napoli like that. And I think there's a bigger challenge at hand with Napoli.
Where they've got Conte having as manager, haven't they?
Yep, they're a dangerous team, and it would be a team.
In the league, isn't there? Yeah, they're in the league. Sorry, our champions. McTominay is a different player.
This is what I mean. Like, that is a team who realistically people would overlook at first, and you've got to be careful. And that could be a team that gives us a reality check, which I feel sometimes we do need. Newcastle. So Ajax away and Napoli at home. That'd be absolutely brilliant.
I think Amsterdam away is a couple of nights away, shall we say? You can do a lot of stuff in Amsterdam, which is legal. You can have a bit of a smoke if you're into that. You can visit some windows. You can go shopping window if you want to as well. So yeah, I think a few fans wouldn't mind that away trip. Now, I'm not saying that's me for anyone who starts leagues gonna after prostitutes or what have you. No, but there is things to do in Amsterdam, and it's easy to get. You can even do the long way and get the boat hour from North Shields.
I
So jump on the boat. Jump on the boat, Joe.
I would definitely jump on the boat hour, and I would definitely be partaking in a brownie after the match. I can say that much, right?
makes a change. UK leaving on boats, isn't it? Hey, we'll stay away. We'll stay away. We're getting dark, yeah, everybody. We're getting dark. Makes a change. Yeah. So you can get the boat a couple of overnight. So that's something that you could do as well. That'll be a great experience. So you could do that. I'll have a little look now. What's intriguing is the Bodo Glimt one, because Spurs went there, I think it was in April, and it was absolutely Baltic. And the fan allocation isn't much, but what an experience that would be in the middle of nowhere, Norway. And now you can't get there. That's the hardest trip to get to because of the logistics behind it. You can't just get a direct flight. So for me, that would be a hell of an experience. But weirdly, I don't want it. But if I did get it, I'd be excited by it. So it's something I'm kind of like good cop, bad cop, good evil against. One's on one shoulder. But if it wasn't because of that, again, Olympiacos away and Ajax away, I'd probably say it as well. Napoli away, I'm a little bit with their crowd trouble. With, put it this way, I wouldn't whack around in a tune top on my own run Naples. But Prague, again, if it was an easy one, you'd want Prague at home, wouldn't you, out of that list, and maybe even Bodo Glimt at home. However, trip to the Mediterranean, Marseille is a beautiful place, again, for travelling fans. That'll be great, a few days experience. But if Newcastle want to get through, you're probably wanting, Sparta Prague at home and maybe, Olympiacos or, there's a couple of options there for you. Please do drop us a like, it means a lot to us. Hello, Newcastle. I can't pronounce that. But hello to you, Marco, as well. I've got no idea if that's... it sounds Italian. I think Feyenoord, not PSV, we would have got that last minute winner at. Yeah, we did. It was Bellamy. It was Feyenoord, you're right, mixed it up. Yeah, I remember that night. Hugo Viana scored as well from the edge of the box, and Bellamy got 2. We did have PSV in the old UEFA Cup under Sir Bobby the year we lost to Drogba in the semis. We actually had PSV in the Champions League before then as well. So we got beat at home, didn't we? I remember that. Slavia Prague and Ajax at home, says Dale. Will they have any strikers in those windows? As in the Amsterdam windows? I might have a few defenders. Right? Yeah, could have a few defending. Now
they're all catch the balls.
Boat in Norway. Now they're just explaining the draw currently at the moment. But let's go to pot 4 just in case we need to speed up or not. I think they're just explaining how it works. Yeah. Pot 4 is interesting because it could go anywhere, couldn't you?
There's some great draws there. You look at Lee. I think realistically, you and Dale want to be the ones looking at pot 4, Monaco. However, that's a dream destination for you guys as F1 fans as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And I stood on an F1 track quite randomly in Singapore, which is mad. Monaco's a glamour place. Copenhagen, that'd be quite easy to get to. Karabag, I'm not fancying that, mind. I don't fancy that. Bilbao, obviously they've got a nice connection with Newcastle. I don't know too much about Pavos, but again, that'll be hot weather. The one I do want to avoid is going to Kazakhstan. Kaira Almaty. Celtic have just obviously played them. I don't want to go to Kazakhstan for Champions League night. It'll be an experience, don't get me wrong.
Oh, I wouldn't.
But that's a 9-hour flight, man. I think you've got to get to London for that flight as well. So
not exactly the safest area to be in at the minute either, is it? So,
you're not far off the Russian border, are you? Keep your head down. I'll be doing the match reaction from the hotel, not outside the stadium. Galatasaray away. Now, you talk about Olympiacos might be hostile. Galatasaray is another level.
Oh, is it? That would be... you'd get some good clips, but that'd be risky.
Another one you don't whack around on your own in a tune top at night time.
Have you seen, I can't pronounce their name, Kairat Almaty Stadium? They've got a really nice stadium,
Well, they're the biggest side there, aren't they, in Kazakhstan, aren't they? But it's effectively you're hitting Asia, aren't you? Because a flight, as I know too well, just recently in Korea were 14 hours. So you're almost hitting the Asia. So who would you like?
For me, I want to see, and it's a little bit evil the reason that I'm picking this away game, Lee. I want to see Karabag away just to see you go all the way there. Um, I'm not
Okay.
going too much and seeing Kazakhstan, right? But I definitely want to see you go to Azerbaijan. That would be quite
Yeah,
entertaining.
it's a two that are intriguing, but I want to avoid as well. So
I
currently,
want,
at the moment, UEFA are just going through the pots, so they're just explaining the rules and all that sort of stuff. So don't worry if anyone's tuning in. If you haven't got access to the draw, we will be reading it out.
yep.
Sorry, anyway, so you would want just to see me punished?
Yeah, just to see you punished, so you go to Karabag away, but not too much punishment and send you to Almaty. Karabag's all right in Azerbaijan. And then the home game, Galatasaray.
We're at
Simply
home.
because
They'll bring an atmosphere.
exactly me point, mate. That is, I'm not even looking at the football with Galatasaray. What I'm looking at is them bringing an absolute bag of fans and creating a wicked atmosphere in that town centre. And I feel it'd be less likely to get
Less trouble if it's at home.
less trouble. We'll say that if they come here, we're good fans. We invite people in. They'll understand that. So yeah, I think Galatasaray at home would be it'd be an atmosphere and a half. Karabag away and Galatasaray at home.
Aye, I mean, if you get a Karabag, I mean, you can always bring a carrier. I was
Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Newcastle Fans TV. Joe is committing a hostile takeover. We are on the Champions League draw. Lee Lawler has been chopped, diced, and murdered. I have sent him to Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that one. So they're all doing it randomized. Opponent one, opponent two. So what they're doing at the moment, I think they're doing home and away at the moment. So opponents and that again, they're just explaining a little bit of who it gets. Now, interesting, if Newcastle being in pot four, we might actually come out quite late because they might actually build each fixture. So yeah, we might find out right towards the end of who we get. In pot four, who would you like to see in terms of, again, obviously you want to see me suffer, but I mean, is there anyone that realistically you want, right, we'll pick them. It's an easier tie to get through.
When it comes to pot four, I feel like all of the teams in there are good ties. There's Union, Karabag, Almaty, and probably Paphos are very. I don't want to say no games easy in the Champions League, but they're the easiest games forward. I think Copenhagen, Monaco, they offer the biggest challenges, and I think Athletic Club and Galatasaray bring on a sort of a like for like, if you would. It's a good tie between us and Galatasaray and also Athletic. But honestly, I think pot four is the easiest pot to look at. Where I'd happily take any two. Do you know what I mean? I just would like to see Galatasaray and probably Paphos at home. I want to see them come here just for the safety of our fans. Maybe I'm being a bit judgmental there. Hey, it is what it is. But there's not really a team that I'm scared of in that pot. Pot four is quite easy going for us. I think it is.
I think I would love to experience Galatasaray away. I'm not gonna lie. I would be a little bit worried about my safety. A little bit. I'd
Yeah.
probably just get my heat done and get out. But to just experience that would be once in a lifetime. And honestly, at home, I would take someone like a Kyra or a Karabag at home just so we got an easier tie. And that's not played on paper, but we could, in theory, have effectively the group of death, and that's not a group technically; it's fixtures. So realistically, if we go through it, then Joe, we could have, in theory, I don't know, we'll pick Real Madrid and Bayern Munich from part one. We could, in theory, then get a Juventus in Atletico Madrid.
Phew.
We then could get a Napoli and PSV, Ajax.
I would say.
They're probably the strongest.
Yeah.
Pot four, you could get Galatasaray and possibly Monaco, or even Bilbao might be decent. So that's the hardest way. The easiest way. Pot one's very difficult to say who's easy. Dortmund, maybe Inter. I don't know. They're the two weakest, would you say?
I would say as the weakest of who we can face. because Dortmund have already had our number. I know there's been a lot of changes at Dortmund since we last faced them, but Dortmund are just the type of team who do the same type of tactics that we do, but they've been doing it for longer and better. So yeah, Dortmund are probably one of the teams I fear the most in that group, because all the other teams are big enough for us to go, however, we're Newcastle, the Giant Slayers, we'll put a performance on. And then there's like games like Dortmund and Inter where we'll just pop up. I think the draw's starting as well. Yep.
Yeah, they're still talking away, aren't they? So I think they're just again explaining. So they have all the big 8 teams ready in order. So they're going to do Paris. I think that's how they're going to work it out as. So Zlatan is talking and he's putting his hand in the ball. So let's now come off the screen.
Lee, you might want to check your stream. You're a little bit behind. I've just drew the first team.
Well, hang on then, because obviously, if you want to pause for a second, because I'm running on Sky Stream, maybe pause it for like 10 seconds, if you can. I don't know if you can. So
tell us when you've picked the team.
Bayern Munich has now come out.
Right, I'm holding.
So Bayern Munich are out, everybody. So I don't want to spoil if anybody at home if they're behind us or anything like that. So Bayern Munich fixtures are obviously what they're going to do is they're going to draw the big 8 first from Group 1 and then run the fixtures through. So Kaka, who speaks several of languages, so he's now Chelsea. So what they're doing, Bayern Munich, I say what they're doing. So Bayern Munich, and then they're listing all the other teams who they could get. I think that's how they work. All right, okay. So Bayern Munich have got Chelsea, PSG, Bruges, Arsenal, Sporting, PSV, Union, Berlin, and Pavos.
That's quite a quick format, the way they're doing it, Theo Walcott. That's quite a quick way to do it, where they just press I like that as well, though. They press the button and it generates the teams. Little bit iffy,
you're still slightly ahead of me, by about 5 seconds. So, Reshman's talking now. So that was Bayern Munich's fixtures, and then obviously they'll do all the big boys. So Newcastle could come out. So who they're talking about next? So Zlatan's putting his hand in the ball. If an English side comes out, it won't be Newcastle. So
Chelsea.
Yeah, you're slightly ahead of me still then. So he's just unwrapping the paper. Now he's just revealed at Chelsea. So this obviously won't be Newcastle because we can't play Chelsea. So pot 1. So Chelsea is fixtures are Bayern Munich away. As they already know that. So Bayern Munich away. They're just chatting about Chelsea. Obviously they got recognition. Kaka's going to select the randomizer.
What a player Kaka was.
Oh, Barcelona. So Chelsea have Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Benfica, Atalanta, Ajax, Napoli, Pavos, and Karabakh.
Not an easy draw for Chelsea. That's a tough draw. That I think.
There's a few there, isn't there? There's probably obviously pot 4 looks like the weakest for them. So, but apart from that, it's a tough fixtures for Chelsea again. It is pretty tough, that one. So
gladly not us getting that draw, because that is. I would think that's a really difficult draw for Chelsea. That they're not exactly in the best form of their lives lately. So
Zlatan is now revealing who is the next team to come out, which is Real Madrid.
Yeah, bang on now. Love that.
Okay, then, right. Come on, pull Newcastle out away. Well, Real Madrid at home. So Real Madrid, obviously, again, what they're doing is talking dead briefly about each team. Obviously, they're showing Mbappe here at the moment. So Kaká's now pressed the randomizer. It's Man City at home, Liverpool away, Juventus at home, Benfica away, Marseille at home, Olympiacos away, Monaco at home, and Cairo Almighty. So, unfortunately, I've not got my tie that I wanted. Damn.
No burnabout for you there, Lee. You'll have to wait another year.
Unless we get through the last the knockout stages. You never know. You never know. So, yeah, unfortunately, we can't get Real Madrid, which is a shame. I wanted that, man. Drop us a like, everybody. Please do hit that like button as we're going through the draw. Newcastle's still not being drawn out yet, so because we're in pot 4, we are going to find out more or less last.
Yeah,
who we are getting. So Zlatan is now turning the screw, and he's just about to reveal the paper. That's FC. I'm going to say Bayern Munich, isn't it? No, it's Milan. Inter Milan.
International Milano.
So you wanted it home, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed. I'm looking for these to come to home. I would like that.
I don't want to go Inter Milan away because it's just quite recently that we've been to San Siro the last 2 years. Kaka hits the randomizer, and here we go. Inter will play Liverpool at home, Dortmund away, Arsenal at home, Atletico Madrid away, Slavia Prague at home, Ajax away, Cairo Almaty, and Union Berlin. I'm happy that we haven't got Inter Milan. I know you're not, because I don't want to go away to Inter Milan because I've done that stadium.
The San Siro's. It's always baffled me that in football, that two of the biggest teams in the world like share a stadium. Like it's just that is wild. It's so wild.
Remember, if you want to come on and have your say on the Champions League draw, the link is in the description after the draw if you want to come on. So Zlatan is bringing out Dortmund. Again, I don't want Dortmund because we've just recently played them 2 years ago, so it's not a team that I really want.
We've got them in certain of it.
To be honest, it's Inter at home, as we already know, because that was drawn out with Inter before, and
I'm really scared if we get Dortmund. You know, I don't like going against Dortmund. I respect the team, but
has just hit the randomizer. Man City away, Villarreal at home, Juventus away, Bodo Glimt at home, Tottenham away, Atletico Copenhagen. So it's not Dortmund. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah.
So we could still get Bayern Munich, yeah, and we could get Barcelona.
Wow.
Or PSG. We have to play PSG, Barcelona, or Bayern. We're going to get 2 of those 3, aren't we?
Barcelona.
I don't want to go to Paris away because I've just for selfish reasons I've just done that a couple of years ago, and it's not a great place.
Same time, we were rattling PSG again to be nice.
Only played each other once, don't we? So it's interesting. So Zlatan is now bringing out, just revealing the paper now, and it is Liverpool. So this will not be Newcastle. So we'll not be in this one. So it's definitely going to be Barcelona, PSG, or Bayern Munich. We're going to get 2 out of those 3.
Not exactly an easy choice, but I don't think anyone was in that pot.
Kaka randomizer. So Liverpool will play Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Frankfurt, PSV, Marseille, Karabakh, Galatasaray away.
Harsh for Liverpool, that.
Tasty trip that for the Scousers travelling out there. They'll not want to go to everyone's avoiding Galatasaray away. So
Liverpool fans do well at Galatasaray. Like
Newcastle will be drawn 2 out of the next 3 balls that are coming here.
Oh,
so 2 out of the next 3 will be Newcastle United. So Zlatan gets the ball up and he's opened up the paper, and it is Barcelona. So here we go.
Yeah.
So Newcastle might be pulled out here. If we're not, it's guaranteed the next 2. So obviously we know that they're playing Chelsea away.
So there's only one more English team.
Yeah. So here we go then. Randomizer by Kaka. Barcelona's fixtures are Paris, Chelsea, Frankfurt, Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Copenhagen, Newcastle away. So we've got Barcelona at St. James's Park.
Come on!
You wanted that, Joe. Aspria, you name it. So Newcastle will play Barcelona at home. What a tie that is. What a tie. Barcelona at home, everybody.
Gino Livramento to score a hat-trick.
Newcastle are going to play Barcelona at home.
Come on.
So I'm happy with that, Joe. Dead quickly.
Very, very happy about that. That's like a child.
Can you write down the list?
Who we've got?
Yeah, because I'm going to have to come. I won't be able to say it. So PSG, again, Newcastle could be pulled out here. So PSG. And obviously we already know that PSG have got Bayern and Barca. And just if you're just joining us, Newcastle will play Barcelona at home. Randomizer goes in. So Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Atlanta, Bayer Leverkusen, Tottenham, Sporting, Newcastle at home.
Ooh.
Atletico Bilbao. So we are going to PSG away yet again. So breaking news for you. Barcelona at home, PSG away for Newcastle.
They are big games, but
big games. We've got a little bit of time now because obviously we know that Newcastle's not going to be drawn out here. But I'm not going to lie, I didn't want PSG away. I've done it. Paris is not a city that I particularly like. Man City are obviously going to be drawn next. They're just talking about Haaland, so we know that they're going to play Dortmund. Man City always play Dortmund.
That's regular, that.
So Dortmund and Real Madrid, we already know that. So Kaka's just about to hit the randomizer.
Who they got?
So Dortmund, Real Madrid, Leverkusen, Villarreal, Napoli, Bodo Glimt, Galatasaray, Monaco. So there's Man City's fixtures done. And obviously what they'll do, there's Hugo Viana. He's been on our channel. He was the first ever guest on NFTV. Did you know that? Like big guest, I mean.
Yeah.
He was the first ever one. I was absolutely bricking it. It was my first ever big interview. It was about 8 years ago, that. Maybe longer. So there you go. So all the pot A teams know their fixtures. So just to recap then, Barcelona and PSG. They're just going through there. How are you feeling, Joe?
I'm liking the Barcelona coming home. I like that. We've got them at home. I really think that's going to be a very nostalgic tie, taking me back to the past. And then PSG, I second you, Lee. You know, we've seen it before. I think at this point now, we know we're not going to win the Champions League. It's very unlikely.
Had a minute. We all have dreams here.
Yeah, look, I'm going to dream. I'm going to go on like we're going
I
to
have
win
a dream.
But I have a dream. But I think PSG, we want to see a different team, don't we? Realistically, mate, you would like to see like a Bayern Munich or something as opposed to seeing PSG again.
Let's have a look what yous are saying as they're having a bit of a chat about Group A. Revenge time for us, says Dale. Goatfather says, I think we get something in Paris. Yep. Barcelona at home, get in. Charles de Gaulle Airport is the worst airport I've ever been to. Well, I've been there, Nigel. I wouldn't say that's the worst. Try going to Egypt. Blooming, they don't even lend you a pen to fill in the immigration form. The dicks. Nigel, absolute nightmare. Still good ties for us and tests for us. Of course, Dale, you're right. Anybody in pot A would have been a test. It's all glamour ties. But realistically, I would have liked that the other way. I'm not going to lie. I would have preferred PSG at home, Barcelona away. However, we can't be picky. It's two great sides. We're bringing the European champions. Well, we're going to European champions, sorry, and Barcelona, the former champions. So now they're going into pot B. So let's put ourselves back on screen. Drop us a like, everybody. We appreciate that. So Newcastle will get an extra 2 more fixtures from pot B. They're just going through the teams at the moment. Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen. Atletico Madrid, who, of course, we've just played. We'll bring up the screen whilst they're just talking about it. So we're into pot 2. So Newcastle will get 2 out of the 7 from this group, which is Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Benfica, Atalanta. Atlanta away is going to be interesting. We get that. Villarreal, a very small stadium away. I think Villarreal, if I'm not right in saying, they've got more in the stadium than the actual town. Juventus and Frankfurt and Club Bruges. Obviously, memories of Club Bruges for a lot of fans recently in the UEFA Cup. A good away tie. If we get Bruges, an easy get out. But having said that, Barcelona, as I say, it's like what coming to us, and PSG is only like an hour flight, so it's easy for everyone to get to. But we're in pot 2 now, so Newcastle will find out their fixtures. Interesting. Remember, if you are going to go any of the games, we have that QR code there for you to scan. If you've got a holiday coming up, you can get a very, very cheap sim through Sealy, 15% off extra. Pretty good indeed. So,
fact check there as well, Lee. And what it is that the Villarreal Stadium holds exactly half the population of the city of Villarreal.
Which is
mad. That I had to check that out. You know, I like mad facts like that.
Here we go then. Zlatan is getting his piece of paper out, and it is Bayer Leverkusen. So Newcastle again can be drawn out of this one. So that again they're just running through. So we already know that Leverkusen will play PSG and Man City already.
Don't want Leverkusen.
So yeah, Newcastle are going to be the one the last, because we're right down the bottom of pot 4. So
realistically, by that time we'll probably only have 1 or 2 fixtures to pull.
That is PSG, Man City, Villarreal, Newcastle's in there. So we are playing Bayer Leverkusen at home. Bayer Leverkusen at home for Newcastle. So far we've got Barcelona at home, PSG away, Bayer Leverkusen at home.
Away.
Oh yes, it is away. Yes, sorry, it is.
Home for them, but we're going.
That's not too bad for travelling fans. A trip to Germany. Again, we'll react to that towards the end when they have a break. Arsenal. Well, actually, we'll react to because we can't get Arsenal. So, how do you feel, Joe?
I'm a little bit nervous about that one. I think they're one of the strongest teams in that pot. It's going to be a bit of a difficult match forward. I am a bit disappointed about that one, but look, it'll be a good away tie. It'll be a decent it's a nice little stadium to go to as well. Great atmosphere. I'm disappointed. I didn't want Leverkusen. I just wanted pot 2 to be a bit of an easier draw, but that certainly for me is probably the hardest draw we could have had.
Arsenal got Bayern Munich, Inter, Atletico Madrid, Club Brugge, Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Kaira Almaty, and Athletic Bilbao. Sorry, just because any Arsenal fans are watching, so any neutrals. So we move on to the third team, which Newcastle can be drawn out of this one, and it is Atalanta. You wanted them, didn't you?
Yes, I want Atalanta. Hopefully I get something out of pot 2 because I didn't get my first one in Frankfurt, so
So we already know that Atlanta have Chelsea and PSG. So already know that. Kaká will hit the randomizer any second. Now he's just about to do it now. So here we go. So Atlanta will play Chelsea, PSG, Club Brugge, Frankfurt, Slavia Prague, Marseille, Bilbao, Union Berlin. Okay, so you're not getting your team.
Sound? Yeah. It's going to be another really difficult one, isn't it, then? Who else can we get out of pot 2 so far? We can get Benfica. We'll get Atletico Madrid. Juventus. It's going to be Juventus, isn't it?
I want Juventus away.
You're going to
No,
get
we can't actually, can we? Because we've got Leverkusen away. So
Yes.
so Newcastle will be at home for the next one that comes out.
Yes.
Juventus is home, I would like. That'd be canny.
Do a job against them at home, I think.
Andy Griffin, get him on.
Hey.
Benfica, okie dokie then. So Benfica, of course, have been to St James's Park in the UEFA Cup. And then again, Benfica will play Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Leverkusen at home. So there'll be 5 extra fixtures. Remember, there's 8 fixtures for every team. Top 8 automatically qualify. Next 16 go in the playoffs. So Real Madrid, Chelsea, Leverkusen, Juventus, Napoli, Ajax, Carabao, Newcastle away. So Benfica are at home for Newcastle. So Benfica at home for Newcastle. So that's PSG. Sorry, Barcelona at home, PSG away, Leverkusen away, Benfica at home.
Oof.
That's some tasty 4 fixtures now, isn't there?
That is it started off quite. Pot 1, you can't really complain. It's going to be anything it is, but pot 2, they're 2 difficult ties, if you ask me.
We've had 2 tough fixtures from pot B there, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. They're 2 pot 2 is the one where we could have realistically got a couple of decent draws. I think they're 2 very, 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 very difficult draws. Be a bit of a struggle. I think Benfica, we could get something Benfica at home. But
Bruges have got Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Atlanta, Marseille, Sporting, Monaco, and Caira Almaty, which we might still get yet. When it comes to pot 4, there's some very, very obscure places in pot 4 when we get around to that. So, so here we go. Zlatan, obviously Newcastle are not going to be in this because we've got with 2 teams from pot 2, but we'll still do the formalities as well in case we have any neutrals who are watching us.
Yeah.
This is Frankfurt, again, the one that you wouldn't mind having. So Frankfurt are next to come out of pot 2, and they'll go through the list. They have already got Liverpool, Barcelona, and Atalanta.
Yeah, I always mix them 2 up as well.
Yeah, it's easy to say. It's hard to say, isn't it? Great stadium, by the way. Tottenham, Napoli, Galatasaray, Karabag. That is very tough. Liverpool, Barcelona, Atletico, Atlanta, Tottenham, Napoli, Galatasaray. That's the hardest fixture. And now they've got Karabag. That's the hardest fixtures so far.
Yeah, agreed. They've pulled the hardest.
They've got the group of death, if you want to call it that, the group of fixtures so far. Juventus are next, which I would have loved to do Juventus away. I would have loved to do that. Let's see Juventus get. So we already know that Juventus will play Dortmund, Real Madrid, and Benfica. So Kaká hits the randomizer. They'll also play Villarreal, Sporting Lisbon, Bodo Glimt, Pavos, Monaco away. So that's
not bad for Juventus. That's quite. I think for Juventus, that's quite a sail through 8 games. They should be getting plenty results there.
Yeah, they should be getting through. I don't think Juventus are the big force anymore. They've kind of fell off the last couple since Ronaldo left, really.
Yeah, it was.
Since
Ronaldo went through all that trouble a fair few years ago where they got relegated, didn't they? For
demoted, and loads of them stayed. Atletico Madrid, of course, are next to Newcastle. Remember, Newcastle can't get anyone else in pot 2. So again,
these last 2 teams, Atletico and Villarreal, I'm glad I'm not getting either of them. To be fair, they're probably the only 2 tougher teams we could have got. I didn't actually Leverkusen is
the Champions a couple of years ago, and now Alonso's left and they've lost a couple of players. But Atletico Madrid have got Inter, Liverpool, Frankfurt, Arsenal, Bodo Glimt, PSV, Union Berlin, and Galatasaray away. So the last team that'll pull out will be Villarreal next, and then they'll have probably, I'm guessing, another break, and we'll just reflect on the live chat. Drop us a like, and we'll get the thoughts so far, of course. So, and then remember, the link is in the description if you want to join us as soon as the draw is over. Get your opinions off your chest. If nobody joins, me and Joe will have a chat about it, and we'll then.
City, Dortmund, Juventus, Leverkusen.
Yeah, so Villarreal got City, Dortmund, Juventus, Leverkusen. Kaká's hit the randomizer. They've also got Ajax, Tottenham, Copenhagen, Pavos. The first 6 fixtures are tough for Villarreal.
Other though, I think Villarreal go to Leverkusen and Ajax and give it Ajax and give a good showing of themselves. I think that's too. I don't think they've got too hard of a draw. Again, pot one always is going to be a hard one. Pot one's a difficult one to go against them teams.
Mhm.
But it's looking juicy now. Like there's some good matches coming up that you can see there. Like excluding us as a neutral, looking at these draws, there's some good draws. Like I like that. Like that.
Yeah, for me, Bruges have got the group of death. What else you saying? Benfica at St James's, bloodbath that one. Benfica at home, a decent draw. Great mint, tasty home and away. Ten Hag at Leverkusen. There you go. Yeah, easy win against Ten Hag. Laugh out loud. So get your chat coming in. Get them whiz through. George, you just want to remind anyone who's joining us who've Newcastle got so far.
Yep, so far Newcastle have had 4 teams drawn. We have Barcelona at home, we have PSG away, we have Leverkusen away, and we have Benfica at home. I do want to know who you're looking most forward to so far in facing. Is it Barcelona at home? Is it PSG away? Is it Leverkusen away? Or is it Benfica at home? Who are you looking forward to the most out of them for? For me personally, it's straight away. It's that Barca match. It's the big tie so far for us. It's the 5-star match, would you say? And it's, for me, it's nostalgia as well. You know, one of my very first memories of being a Newcastle fan was that match against Barcelona, Tino scoring the hat-trick. Could Tino do it again with Livermento? Could he be the one to burst forward and score a hat-trick? We'll never know. I'm really excited for that, really excited. As they start going through pot 3 as well.
Yeah, they'll just mention all the teams. Will a lot of people saying Barcelona. They're looking forward to revenge for PSG, JB, Matt Cooper's Barca, Dale Barca, no, Aris Wolf, sorry, and Rouse revenge. PSG away says Bo Tiger. Barcelona definitely looking forward to. And obviously Shola scored at the Camp Nou.
Do you know one thing I love about the Geordie fan base, right? You could ask the Geordies who we want, right? And we could get every hard team to go against, right? And in the end, we'd still be happy, wouldn't we? We'd be like, we can do a job against them. What was got the hardest group in the whole Champions League? There, we'll win the whole thing. We'll do it. Like I love that about our fan base. It's amazing.
Positive. Great point by James. Obviously, 2 of Bobby's former teams. Of course, Benfica and Barcelona. He's actually, even though he didn't spend too long at Barcelona, he's still highly thought of. And obviously, he brought the original Ronaldo across to Barcelona because he wanted Shearer. But he went and got the original Ronaldo from PSV. Let's have a look. Because we're going to move on to pot 3. So obviously Newcastle can't play Spurs. There's 1 or 2 interesting ones in there, isn't there, Joe? So Bodo Glimt is the one, isn't it? That's it's intriguing if we get that away.
Beautiful backdrop, Lee. I tell you something, you'll have one of the nicest looking last words if you do it. Do get to go to Bodo Glimt because that is a beautiful, beautiful area around that stadium. That'll be a nice vlog. That's one that, to be honest with you, if we did get to, I would love to be able to come along on that one because that is a beautiful area around their stadium. Gorgeous little stadium as well. And I say little, it's not that big at all. It's very quaint. I think it's got a capacity of 8,200, so we'd have a low allocation of fans there. But what a beautiful scene it would be. Here we go. Kaka's drawn.
Yeah, so they're swapping over now. So Kaka's got the ball this time. And
I'm talking about that because Kaka randomiser is a great saying.
It is, isn't it? Marseille, okay, are out first, and Newcastle can't get Marseille. So Marseille at home, Marseille away. Remember the Drogba? Drogba ripped us apart. I remember that back in the day. Back heel around, I think, was one of the defenders and slotted home. He ripped her apart down in Marseille.
What a player Drogba was. He was a player who I would always love to have come to Newcastle, but we just weren't high profile enough for Drogba.
Zlatan hits the randomiser, so Marseille are going to play Liverpool, Real Madrid, Atlanta, Club Brugge, Ajax, but Newcastle away. Out of that, Mediterranean baby, a trip to Marseille. I'll get my sunglasses on, I'll get my shorts on. Take me there in October, November. I'll take that.
That's nice. That is nice. Tough fixture. Marseille will give away a good fight. That is true. But that'll be a very nice away trip for you there, Lee. Like right.
I'm looking forward to Marseille away, a trip of south of France. Oh, I'll be loving it up. Loving that up.
Will you take extra couple of days, do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm not gonna rush anything. Tottenham are out next, so we don't have to worry about Newcastle getting pulled out. Yeah, but Marseille, the south of France, the Mediterranean, beautiful place. So that's somewhere I've never been.
Beautiful stadium, the Velodrome as well, like.
And the football's going to take me there. This is the beauty about You following Newcastle home and away, you get to see all these places, and that's just even in pre-season. So Tottenham have got Dortmund, Paris, Villarreal, Frankfurt, Slavia Prague, Bodo Glimt away again for them, and Copenhagen and Monaco. They only just played Bodo Glimt in April in the semi-final of the Europa League, so they're going back there. So that'll be amongst the Spurs chat. So there you go. So that's Spurs. So we're back to the European sides, and Newcastle can be drawn out. Kaka is just starting to open the ball up now.
Who else do you want out of that, man? Really? I mean, I want to. We won't get Ajax away.
Bodo
now.
Glimt. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Newcastle are going to be drawn here. So Bodo Glimt have got Man City at home, Dortmund away, Juventus at home, Atletico away, Tottenham away. That's a tough run of fixtures.
We can't be drawn against Bodo now because they've got the two English teams already in.
Interesting. Slavia Prague, Monaco, Galatasaray. So we're not going to Norway. I'm kind of relieved, but I would have liked that in a way as well.
That would have been beautiful.
It would have been a nightmare to get it in and out of. We probably would have gone to Oslo or somewhere and then probably have to...
Would it have been that expensive? Probably
yeah. Norway's really expensive. Yeah. I think it's something like nearly £9 for a pint, man. Singapore was £10.
What?
No, Singapore was £10 a pint.
I'd be staying over there.
3 hours, £2.44. Sporting Club Portugal, i.e. we'll call it Sporting Lisbon. Newcastle can't be drawn here. Again, that's not too difficult to get to if it's away in Lisbon.
They haven't got an English club yet, so definitely Newcastle's in the pot.
PSG, Bayern, Club Brugge, Juventus, Marseille, randomizer goes. Napoli, Kairat, Atletico Bilbao. So no Sporting. So no Sporting for Newcastle.
Sorry.
So who else we got? Olympiacos, Slavia Prague, Napoli, Ajax, PSV. So Newcastle are going to get one of these. Kaka rolls the ball.
I'm going to be annoyed now if we do get Ajax at home because I want to go away.
Oh, it'd be a great trip, Amsterdam, wouldn't it, Parla fans?
Oh, it'd be so much fun.
Olympiacos. Oof. Now, if you want to get through, you wouldn't mind Olympiacos at home.
Yeah.
So they've already got Real Madrid, Barcelona, Leverkusen, and Arsenal. Zlatan hits the randomizer. Here we go. They will also play PSV, Ajax, Pavos, Kairat. So no Olympiacos. And there's what do you call him? Mavrovidis, the one who put a gun to Gibbs White's head and say this on TV. Because obviously he's the owner of Olympiacos, isn't he?
Dodgy situation, that dodgy.
He looks like a kebab owner, doesn't he?
Literally looks like a boss man, doesn't he? Boss man, can I get a large doner?
So PSV, Ajax, Napoli, Slavia Prague. Newcastle will get one of those 4 teams. So out next is Ajax. Here we go, Joe.
Here we go.
So Ajax are out next.
Can we get Ajax?
Yeah. Inter, Chelsea, Benfica, Villarreal, Olympiacos, Marseille. Randomizer goes in, and they'll also play Galatasaray, Karabag. So no Newcastle.
More teams to come out, don't you?
Aye, because we're in pot 3, they're getting smaller and smaller. Yeah.
That's why by the time it gets to us, we've probably only got maybe 1 or 2 teams to go. Just for pot 4 teams, it'll be, won't it?
We might already know. It might be like a 50-50 chance, I think, when we get to us. So Kaka is next. PSV, Napoli, or Slavia. Newcastle will play one of these 3.
He's going to pull Napoli.
And it's Slavia Prague.
Okay.
Slavia Prague. So they...
Another team you would like.
Have already got Barcelona, Inter, Arsenal, Atlanta, Bodo Glimt, and Tottenham. They've already got 2 English sides, haven't they?
Yeah, so it's not us.
Randomizer goes in, and they'll also play Bilbao, Pavos. Bilbao and Pavos.
Yes. It is. That's catching you off guard loads.
It is. I'm waiting for about 3 or 4. Right. So Newcastle will have one of these 2. Who are we going to get?
Who do you want? I'm going to have to say...
I don't want to do Napoli away though.
It's PSV.
PSV. Here we go. So PSV can still get an English team. Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Atletico, Leverkusen, and Olympiacos. Okie dokie. Randomizer goes in. PSV will also play Napoli, Union Berlin, Newcastle away. So we'll have PSV at home, everybody. PSV Eindhoven are at home. So that's what we've got.
Whew, that's looking canny naughty or lineup here, you know. Barcelona at home, PSG away, Leverkusen away, Benfica at home, Marseille away, PSV at home. That's a tough lineup so far. Like I've
I
got
would
to
have
admit.
preferred PSV than Napoli at home. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, aye, agreed.
It could have been worse.
Ooh.
So Napoli, just to run it up, it's Chelsea, Man City, Frankfurt, Benfica, Sporting, PSV, randomizer goes in, and Karabag and Copenhagen. So I'm guessing they're going to have a bit of a pause now then. So Joe, how are you feeling about pot three then?
It's probably picked with the two hardest teams to go against in pot three. I think missing Napoli is all right. They're probably the hardest team to go against in pot three. Marseille away, tough game, great venue. PSV at home, tough game, but we get a big advantage being at St James's Park. They're two really difficult. I would have preferred a few different teams there. I don't think so far though. I'm like I think every pot that we've drawn so far has been tough. So pot three's just added to it. It's gonna be hard games. We'll take it all on. Let's have it. Like
Yeah,
test.
yeah. Matt's got to say PSV at St James's. PSV for Sir Bobby Hatrick. It is.
Ooh, right.
Wow. We're just pulling out all the Bobby teams. Any pot four? Good for that. Okay, PSV at home. Pleased with that. James, seriously, all three opponents at St James's Park were managed by Sir Bobby. You couldn't make it up. All three. Kazakhstan, Philly, no deal. You can fuck off politely. Sir Bobby Robson Derby. How many points was it for the top 16 last year? I know it was double point, I think. Sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll explain the rules again, how it works again for Champions League. Obviously, they're showing Fabian Schär's beautiful curler against PSG. What a goal, what a night that was. So obviously they're going to talk about pot four. Here is pot four for you. So whilst they're running for the teams, it's Copenhagen, Monaco, Galatasaray, Union Berlin, Karabag, Bilbao, Newcastle, Pavos, and Kairat Almighty. The one I want to avoid is Karabag away and Kyra away. So here we go, everybody. So, yeah.
Carry it back.
I love it. It's just easy at saying it.
10 pence.
I think actually Karabag have a ton of Brazilians playing for them, you know. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they've just got loads of Brazilians saying we're in the Champions League more or less nearly every season now because they've done well, aren't they? So here we go.
Karabag, Ginger Carl might come with you because he loves these Brazilians.
Here we go. Pot four. Who was out first? Athletic Bilbao, sorry. So Bilbao, again, they have a close relationship with Newcastle down the years.
We could get them. They've only got one English team.
PSG, Dortmund, Arsenal, Atlanta, Sporting, Slavia Prague, Randomizer, Karabag, and Newcastle away. Again, Bilbao. Bilbao at home, of course, who put us out of the UEFA Cup back in the 94-95 season. We were 3-0 up. And it got back to 3-2, and we lost the away tie 1-0, and we went out by away goals.
Getting a lot of nostalgic matchups here, aren't we?
We are. So, Newcastle only have one fixture left now then. So, from what I can see, and this is Karabag.
Ooh, yeah, it comes late.
They are definitely at home, as far as I can see.
We can't go against them. They've got two teams. No.
Oh, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that.
Oh, well, we're sending Kazakhstan, mate.
Chelsea, Liverpool, Frankfurt, Benfica, Ajax, Napoli, Copenhagen, and Bilbao. Yeah. There's Karabag.
Some good ties.
Karabag. So there you go. So that's Karabag out the way. And back to another side. Pot four. And Kaka is just revealing the ball, opens up his piece of paper. And we have Monaco.
Very nice one for you, this. Would you visit the F1 while you were there?
You can't miss it. Monaco's tiny. You're walking around it.
Can't beat Monaco. They've got two English clubs.
Okay, then so Man City, Real Madrid, Juventus, Bruges, Tottenham, Bordeaux, Galatasaray, and Pavos.
Not a bad one for Monaco. That's all right.
See them. Yeah, you don't know what you get with Monaco year in, year out. You don't know whether they're going to flop or they'll be great. Obviously, they got the Champions League final many years ago when they had some like Bernardo Silva and Mbappe, and just to name a few. So we're going next. This is Kaka. Revealing, opens up his piece of paper, and he has pulled out Galatasaray.
This is worrying because whatever fixture we get next is away. We need one
Yeah.
more tie.
Galatasaray are at home. That's a fixture that will be very intense.
They've got 2 English teams. We're safe.
Oh, is it? That's all right. And they've got Monaco. Yeah. So Liverpool, Man City, Atletico, Frankfurt, Bodo Glimt, Ajax, Union Berlin, and Monaco. Those are your Galatasaray fixtures. We're starting to find out who we may get here now, then, because there's not many of them left. So it's Copenhagen, Union Berlin, Pavos, or Kairat for Newcastle. I don't want Kairat. Out next is Newcastle.
Yeah, we're gone. Who is it?
So
Who is it?
final fixture. So, of course, Newcastle have already got Barcelona, Paris, Benfica, Leverkusen, PSV, Marseille, and Bilbao. That's a tough.
That is so hard, man.
Here we go. Union Berlin away. There's Jamie Rubin on screen there.
Ruben.
Union Berlin, who are probably on paper the weakest.
I would say so. And away. Are you happy with that one?
That's tough. We'll talk about it at the end, yeah. Because we'll just do the formalities for the rest. I'm quite happy that we're not going to some dodgy country, though. They're all literally within 2-hour flights.
Yeah.
Union Berlin, of course. We'll just finish off. And then if you do want to come in, link is in the chat, pinned, if you want to come on and have your say on the draw. If not, scoot you guys.
I don't know who that was. That did not sound like you. They've got quite. Do you know what it is? I'm looking at Union Berlin Stadium. It looks very English. It looks very
Berlin, and obviously,
it's very League One.
Didn't they used to share with Hertha, or they still do? Hertha Berlin.
Pass. I will find out now. I'm doing a little bit of research on them.
I'm sure they used to share with Hertha, unless they've got their own stadium. So Pavos from Cyprus, that would have been a lovely away trip. Hot weather. So they've got Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Villarreal, Juventus, Slavia Prague, Olympiacos, Monaco. Only one team left for them, and that'll be Kairat away. Ouch. But chance to pick up some points.
It is, yeah.
It is chance to pick up some points. I think it's either between us and Club Brugge, who've got the hardest fixtures.
I reckon you're very correct there. When you look at ours, again, just to run through them, Barcelona at home, PSG away, Leverkusen away, Benfica home, Marseille away, PSV home, Bilbao home, Union Berlin away. What, the easiest game out of all that is probably Berlin?
Yeah, on paper it is, yeah.
On paper, and it's away as well, which makes it that bit more difficult. Like, that's...
So Copenhagen have Dortmund, Barcelona, Leverkusen, Villarreal, Napoli. I missed it. It's got off screen. So apologies. And there's the last team that'll be out, which everyone knows the last fixture now because it's the last team. Kairat Almaty, of course. They'll have they can only play literally one team. I don't know who's left, like Real Madrid, Inter, Club Brugge, Arsenal, Olympiacos, Sporting, Pavos, Copenhagen. Everyone else knows who it is, but I can't see the screen.
7, 8. I just had to across there.
And there's only one team left, so hit that button, and that's your Champions League draw done.
Ooh.
It is. So there you go. So there you go. So Newcastle have got Barcelona, PSG, Benfica, Leverkusen, PSV, Marseille, Bilbao, Union Berlin. Right. How?
Not quite group of death, but it's
up there. It's up there with probably Bruges. Also, Bruges have got the worst fixtures, the hardest. However, for travelling fans, every single game is within a 2-hour flight. I think we're quite fortunate. I'm happy with that. Very happy that I'm not having to fucking travel to Kazakhstan or Azerbaijan or even somewhere mad like Galatasaray. So all the sides are within 2 hours flights, which is fantastic for travelling fans. So that's great. So a lot of people could possibly, depending on the late flights, maybe do that in one day, potentially. If you want to, but all big cities. Read out them cities to me one more time, Joe. Just the cities.
We've got, and by the way, someone's just corrected us there. Apparently, it's not Union Berlin.
Is it not? I thought it was Union Berlin.
No, apparently Union SG is
that Belgium. Team? Is it?
Apparently.
I thought it was Union Berlin. Have a little look.
I'm having a little look. Anyways, the cities that we have are Barcelona, PSG, Leverkusen, Benfica, Marseille, PSV, Bilbao, and Union SG, who I'm just double checking what the crack is here with it.
I thought they were Berlin, so I might be totally wrong. Apologies if I am.
I just believed Lee. Okay, I'm throwing him under the bus, guys. He's the geography one.
You got dial-up internet.
No, it's Union SG. Like it is Union SG. They are. It's not Union Berlin. They are a Belgian team. They are in
Oh,
the
that's better
Belgian.
then. So tell her I think Bruges have got the worst fixtures. Then which city? Which city did they play in? Do you know?
Club from Brussels, based in
Brussels.
Forest.
Brussels.
Yes, Brussels, Belgium.
So read out them away fixtures one more time.
Barcelona.
Barcelona away.
No, wait, you want just the away
Just
fixtures?
away ones.
Right, PSG away.
So Paris,
Leverkusen away.
Leverkusen,
Marseille away.
Marseille,
And Union
Brussels.
SC away.
Might get some chocolate. Get some chocolate from Brussels.
Oh, full of it on this stream lately, aren't you? Carry a bag, might get some chocolate in Brussels. Crikey Moses.
Want to do the best chocolate?
Well, I mean, Belgian chocolate.
You're not a fan.
Not really. Well, at the minute, it's all about pistachio, so you want to be going to Dubai, don't you? So, I don't know. It's a mad one. That yes, we definitely have got easier than Bruges. I'm not going to sit here and complain because at the end of the day, this is what we want as Newcastle. We want to start going against these big teams and being irregular against these teams. All I ask for is us to go out and make sure every single one of them teams that we have gets a massive test. I don't really care much else. James Kirkham saying Belgian beer guys.
Their nickname is the Sprout, apparently.
The Sprouts.
Yeah, Dale's been to Belgium.
Now, I'm just wondering, James, is that the James that we interviewed in town that day? Because your brother was on it. If it is, your brother was on the live stream the other day, and you're in the comments now, James. And if it is the same James, big shout out to you, mate. Love your energy.
I think it is.
Look, that's. I mean, oh Christ, I don't know who's your. What do you go on? Who's your easiest? Who's your hardest? The hardest is Barcelona and PSG. Obviously, your easiest is Union SG, no doubt. But
I've got a graphic now, so that's great. So the club have put it on. So what we'll do is keep talking, Joe, while I sort this out.
Yeah, I mean, guys, who are you looking forward to the most out of that? I know a lot of people have already said Barcelona for the nostalgia trip. For a lot of other ones, we've got a couple of Bobby Robson ties in there. Like, how he is acting on that as Lee brings up the share screen. Man, that looks beautiful, that doesn't it? Sandro Tonali standing alongside the Barcelona flag, and he's going to go against them very soon. Does Sandro Tonali absolutely tear it up against Barcelona? Personally, I think so. It's
well, Barcelona wouldn't have wanted Newcastle at pot 4.
Nah, not at all. No one does. I would say we're the toughest team in pot 4. Realistically, everyone knows we're absolute shithouses. So
Barcelona at home, PSG away. We've only just done that a couple of years ago, so fresh memories of being in Paris. So PSG away. And then we'll go to the Bay Arena to Bayer Leverkusen. So Bayer Leverkusen. Benfica back at home. And then another trip to France as we take on Marseille, the very south of France. The champions of Holland, PSV, come to town. That should be the easiest home game.
Yeah.
Bilbao, of course. Again, say that. See you soon, Bilbao. Yeah, because they know each other pretty well.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mags and Belgium. Yeah, so it is Belgium, so everyone's right. I thought it was genuinely Union Berlin. So
I would never have known. My geography is terrible, so yeah.
Fair play. So Belgium, I don't know much about them. So a trip to Belgium, again, that's probably the weakest on paper then. Yeah.
I'm just doing some little research now on Union SG. They are currently second in their league, which is the Belgian Pro League. Let's see where they finished last season. Last season, they actually won the league, so they are the league toppers of their league, and they beat Club Bruges to secure the championship in that league. So they're not when you consider it, if you think Club Bruges are a team who are difficult for it, technically, then we shouldn't be overestimating Union SG, and it could be a tougher game than what we realise.
There's a better graphic for the English teams, isn't it?
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the one.
Who, except from Newcastle, has the next hardest?
Out of the English teams,
I don't think Tottenham's is that. I don't think Tottenham's is that difficult.
It's Tottenham though. Tottenham's is only difficult because of Tottenham. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, Tottenham makes their life hard. That's what Spurs do. And I'm saying that if there's any neutrals or if there's any Spurs fans watching, I don't mean that with disrespect. I'm pretty certain most Spurs fans would admit that they make life difficult for themselves. Who's got the hardest?
I think it's Chelsea. If you take out the bottom two, That first six for Chelsea are difficult.
It is, and I think the reason why you look at Chelsea's being so difficult, because for me, I think Liverpool's is probably the most difficult. However, Liverpool are good form. Liverpool are a good team. Chelsea, they're very inconsistent. You know, you could see them probably going out and giving an amazing game against Barcelona and then doing terrible against Paphos. Like, that's the way Chelsea work. So I would say it's either Chelsea or Liverpool who've got the toughest group. Man City versus Real Madrid, there's a big game that everyone's going to have their eyes on in it.
It is, and obviously, as I say, Newcastle, like Barcelona, it's out of those eight, that's the one that stands out, isn't it? A little bit more than PSG.
They're coming here as well. That's one of the ones where we can get really excited for. You know, PSG away is going to sell itself because it's the rivalry between us and PSG. Get payback on them. But God, bringing Barcelona here, that's a callback. That is such a callback. Adidas is back on with strips. We're going to have Barcelona again in St. James's Park, no doubt under the lights. Maybe it's a midweek. Beautiful. Deal. Liverpool's got the easiest one. Are you off your nut? Deal, what are you going on about? They have not got the easiest one, like. No chance have they.
Do you want to bring that back up?
I bring that back up. Let's have a little look at this and see what everyone's thinking, because I disagree heavily with my guy Deal right now. Like, look, Real Madrid, Inter Milan. Like, obviously, we'll exclude the top one teams. Atletico Madrid, they are a very difficult team to play against. Frankfurt, very difficult team to play against. PSV, very difficult team to play against. Marseille, very difficult team to play against. Galatasaray, very difficult team to play against. Karabakh, very difficult team to play against.
They all doing it.
They charge you 10 pence as soon as you get to the till for your carrier bag. Do you know what I mean? So
you seen how much they are in Asda? Tesco now.
How much?
40p for a bag in Asda. 30p at Tesco.
Get yourself to Aldi, my son, man. Still 15 pence. Shout out Caroline. Actually, that said, my friendly Aldi worker, who's a massive Newcastle fan, I said to her I would message her as soon as I found out who we have. So that is exactly what I'm going to do right now. My friend Caroline from Aldi, and not that many people from Wallsend who actually there's a few more fans from
Caroline.
Aldi, here and Neil are really good. We've got two local legends at Aldi. Anyways, back to the Champions League. Dale is completely wrong. Liverpool do not have the easiest one. Sod that. Who do you guys, well, you hit the like, put in the comments, who are you looking forward to the most going against?
And if you just want to come on, if you hit that link in the live pinned, you can come straight on, talk to me and Joe. If you wish to, you'll be straight on. If not, because obviously we will start to wind down. Remember, if you are planning to go to any of these away days or you're going on holiday soon, this QR code here, the Saily Sim, get an extra 15% off whatever they're offering, and then get really cheap eSIMs, which you can just download on your phone. And you just got to use Newcastle fans at checkout. We'll get that extra discount. So definitely do if you're planning to go abroad. Let's have a look at what you are saying in the live chat. Got triggered up as well. Simi, Union SG, or no mugs. Morrison 60p. God deal, someone's earning if you got to Morrison's.
I know what's going on, mate. How are you?
Someone's earning. Lewis, we can see you in the background. We'll bring you on very shortly. And I say, if anyone else wants to come on, please feel free to. Arsenal will be happy with theirs. And Waldemir is coming, lads. I've seen a couple of people mention that. We'll check that in a second. Whilst that's, do you know what? We'll do it now because I've seen that a couple of times. That striker's being mentioned. Let's have a look, see if the journals have picked it up or anything. Newcastle are in advanced talks for Stuttgart's Nick Waldemir. Exclusive Craig Hope. Nick Waldemir deal agreed between Newcastle and Stuttgart. Germany striker en route to Tyneside for a medical. Keith Downey. Exclusive. Newcastle have agreed a fee with Stuttgart to sign striker Nick Waldemir. NUFC have agreed to pay 60.5 million plus 4.5 million add-ons, a club record £65 million package, confirmed with both Newcastle sources and sources in Germany. The German international will travel to the northeast for a medical. So that is breaking news. Whilst we are live, Joe, we have to react to it. And we'll chop it up and put it into this new video that everybody can obviously start seeing. If you are just joining us on this new video, we've just done the Champions League draw, and Newcastle are in advanced talks to sign a striker, Joe. A striker, Joe.
Germany. He's from Germany. His name is Nick Woltemade. It's German, so you Volt. And quite promisingly, in 2024-25 season, he played 28 matches, scored 12 goals, and got 2 assists over in the Bundesliga. Does that make him worth 65 million? I don't think that matters at this point now, Lee, does it? We need a striker over the threshold, don't we, mate? Like,
Yeah,
it's
we do.
essential.
We need a striker. Look, I'm going to bring up some of his stats as well as we're talking, and it's obvious. Like he's a giant. You seen how tall he is?
Huge.
If you do it in meters, it's 1.98.
Which is what?
That's got to be 6'6".
I find out now. I'm doing the conversion. 6'4".
6'4". There you go. So 6'4" for him. So I'm just pulling up his stats from last season, and he's been. Do you know what it is, Joe? He's been recommended in the chat for quite a while by a few people in the comments as well. So we shall pull it up. 4 years. There's his stats: 17 goals and 33 appearances for him. Let's pull it on screen, Lee, if I can do that for you. So there we go. So there are his stats, Joe. So it looks like it's effectively 1 and 2. Happy with that?
you'd see that 1 and 2. Yep.
Happy with that ratio?
I think I'm looking at the price tag too much. I'm happy with getting a striker over the door if this is going to go through and we're going to get there. I would like that. Would I like someone who's more guaranteed? I think that might be coming from a little place of entitlement in the fact that we've had Isak for so long. Godfather says he is Wilson's replacement, right? I mean, with them stats, he's kind of no one's replacement. He's in the middle of either. He's in the middle of both.
Yeah, this is the replacement for Wilson, and obviously that opens the door now then to if Newcastle bring him in. Does Isak think, well, you've just brought a striker in, I'm off? Joe,
what was that? Sorry, mate.
You're not listening. If our guests can just mute themselves because we can't actually hear what you said, we will bring us on very, very shortly. So I was just saying, with Alexander Isak, does he look at this and think, well, you're getting a striker in now, let me go?
I don't know. It's hard because we need 2 strikers in, and surely Isak knows that. If Isak goes, we're still only left with 1 striker. Like, yes, we've got a Sula, but he's not an out-and-out striker. We needed someone to replace Wilson, and we needed someone to replace Isak if Isak's heading out the door. So I don't think this gets the ball rolling for Isak leaving. Not at all. Not yet. We still need cover for Isak. I think this is as close as you're going to get to being replacement for Wilson. It's better than Wilson, but we need 2. Damn straight. So no, I don't think this allows Isak to leave yet. Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see because he's obviously flying on Tyneside breaking news this evening, and it's really, I have to say, it's positive because we've not had anything concrete like this for quite a while. Let's bring in Lewis, who's been waiting patiently. Lewis, thank you very much for coming on, mate. What's your initial reaction to the breaking news, first of all?
Well, that's good. At least we get another striker in.
Damn straight.
Are you happy with the stats?
Like to be fair, it's like in between. As we said, it's in between Isak and Wilson. He's young as well. He's like what Eddie Howe's doing with a couple of the youngsters, like Lewis Miley, made him a better player.
Yeah, he's still young. Couple of caps there for Germany. Obviously, he's not with the Glamour Club at the moment, but this will be a big move for him, surely. Yeah,
it'd be a shock from the. Fair enough, some Germany stadiums are quite big, but still, to see the passion at St. James, it's unmatched with any other team.
Yes.
It's also interesting that Malik Chow, obviously German international. Obviously, if we bring this lad in as well, we're signing a couple of German internationals. And is it a marker that we should be looking into, Lewis, a little bit more, that get cheaper, younger talent abroad rather than keep focusing on Premier League strikers?
That's what I have said to a couple of people. We need strikers, like we need players from abroad who people don't know about. Like, who heard of Alexander Isak before he came to us?
This is true.
Other question, is that the end of Jorgen Strand Larsen hunt, Lewis?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is that it? Would you say that's the end of the Vissa hunt?
We probably need like a young, like another like 25, 26 striker, like age range still,
But
if that makes sense.
yeah, because it depends. Do you think Isak will stay, regardless of what happens now with this German international coming in?
I think he will stay because obviously we still need 2 strikers.
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously the club are
But
digging the heels in.
but the thing is, before I talk about the Champions League draw and that, let's say if he gets signed tomorrow, he won't be able to play.
As long as it's before midday.
Oh yeah, let's get done. Let's get done 11 o'clock, please.
As long as it's done, as long as the paperwork's done, the medical can be done afterwards.
Yeah,
Come on then. Champions League draw. What's your thoughts?
I'm so happy we got. That's the thing. We get Barcelona at home. Oh my god, that's gonna be special, as we all know.
Are you going to be working outside, or are you coming? Are you getting a ticket inside?
Well, I'm a season ticket holder as well.
So well, that's fair enough. Yeah, happy days, happy days. Anyone else in that list? Obviously, PSG is another one that we've recently played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Atletico Madrid, who played in the Cellar Cup. We got them at home again.
Have we? I thought it was Atletico Madrid.
Atletico.
No, not us.
I always make a mistake between the two. Sorry, that's my mistake.
Bilbao, you mean? Bilbao, yeah.
David Lee made his mistake before calling Union Berlin.
I
Yeah,
know.
Union SG, Union Berlin. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just that child making no mistakes.
But still, I think fair enough. We have one of the hardest groups still, but still, it's the Champions League. There's no easy game in the Champions League.
Well, I think we have. Do you agree with what me and Joe were saying earlier, that it's us and Bruges that have got the hardest fixtures?
Yeah, it's just our luck, isn't it? And the thing is, we got played 2 French teams away.
Marseille, yeah. Marseille, what I'm looking forward to, because it's just I've never been. So South of France, PSG, I'm not a big fan of Paris.
To be fair, I wanted Monaco away because that's just like I've been to Monaco for the Formula 1.
Wow, how much?
Yeah.
How much did that set you back?
It was 2017. It was €500 for 500 euros per ticket. That was in 2017.
Wow. $1,000 for 2 people.
Yeah, and my uncle had to drive from Hertfordshire because British Airways got hacked into, and we had to drive down 17.5 hours.
All the way through France to the bottom.
Yeah, basically from Hertfordshire, obviously in London, down to we stayed in Nice, and the worst thing was the hotel was 5 minutes away from the airport. It's
mad because like where Monaco's situated, you can effectively an hour and a half on, you can go to Barcelona. It's mad. If you go the other way, you're in a different country, like I say.
I know, and it's quite weird because it's its own country, but it's protected by France. It's weird because when you cross the border, you get charged for not being in the EU.
Well, that's why you need a SIM, don't you?
Yes, there's a little plug for you.
You need that Saily SIM. You need to get that SIM. Get that downloaded if you're coming. 15% extra with Newcastle.
That was cheap, lads.
It's like we've paid Lewis to come on.
I realise that has not been pre-planned. I just want you to see, and if it has, I've got no clue about it. Right, that was a cheap plug, but I like it. So,
I got that in there. You know, the sponsors will be loving that, won't they? They'll be like, "Ooh, we like that. We like that."
So that was a bit off topic, but still, it worked.
Yeah. Is there anyone in that list you're not really looking forward to playing?
Probably PSG away, because obviously what happened last time, because we were robbed in this shirt as well. Yeah,
when Tino, it was neat hand, and obviously we got attacked as well as a fan base outside of a bar. That was nice of them, throwing chairs and firebombs at. Well, that was lovely of them. Thanks for that. Right, Lewis, we'll love you and leave you. Thank you very much for coming on.
No problem. I see if I see you in the ground, just say hello to me, Lee, and anybody as well. If you see me at the ground.
No bother. Thank you very much.
No problem. See you all later.
Catch you a bit, Lewis.
Thank you a bit, Lewis. So, Joe, look, we'll bring up the live chat. I'm going to get you to read a few comments out whilst we'll position our next guest.
Well, yeah, of course. So, EL saying you can't rely on Isak. No, not necessarily you can't, but he may have to rely on us sooner rather than later. As I'm from NU fan from Thailand, if we keep Isak and sign Wisa, we can beat any team. I trust Eddie's plan. I think that's why I trust this potential new signing in Valdermede, because he's already wanted to work for Eddie Howe. Anyone who wants to work for Eddie Howe surely is a big plus. 64 million is a big fee for a backup striker. This could be Isak away. Could well be. Matt Coop, Craig Hope saying a great deal for Valdermede. Yep, we had the news coming breaking as we were on live. Dale, I believe we can get through the table and knockout stages. Yeah, I reckon we can get into the knockout stages. Paul Patterson, the Sir Bobby draw. Love that Paul with a few teams there that Bobby has had his hand into in the past. Sir Bobby himself. Reckon we will get 2 strikers in by Monday. Matt, honestly, you're asking the wrong person. My feelings on this window have been so hard, so I'm not so sure. Adding MMA 18, worst away day you've ever been to. Durham, no, actually, Luton for the Women's Cup final. Never go to Luton's Kenilworth Road. Horrible stadium. Nice to see you again, Lewis, from Ricardo Voss. Hellfox, Willkommen, Voltemede. Is that welcome? I believe that is welcome.
Welcome in German. Ja, sehr gut. Fantastisch, Joseph. Ja.
I nearly said something I shouldn't have there.
Langweilig, just signing both.
Ja.
I can do Deutsch, nein, ja?
Das?
I
I'm
speak a little bit German.
Something I really shouldn't, so no. Goatfather saying Visa next. Goatfather, something I want to say, and I've been dying to say this for a while. I don't want Visa anymore. I'm sorry, but he's causing issues down at Brentford, whether it's the club that's caused it or not. It's the same situation what it is for Newcastle. I don't want Visa anymore. If we've got Isak on the way out, I don't want another prima donna in a big situation like that. So for me, Visa, no thank you. I would rather go pay too much for Strand Larson. Thank you very much.
Jordan, welcome. How are you?
I'm very good, Lee. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on. What is your reaction to the Champions League draw?
It's amazing. The Barcelona game is just going to be world class. Things with Eddie Howe at the minute, it's been a bit up and down. Obviously, the Liverpool game didn't go our way. I watched it actually at home because I couldn't get a ticket. And it was, let's just be honest, crap.
I'll put it bluntly then. Why not?
I think we were robbed, basically.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
The referee was an absolute, can I swear?
Of course you can.
An absolute knob.
Is in that Champions League draw, though, I know, look, we all saying it's difficult, but is this what we want as fans, as a club? We want to be playing the big boys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, when I found out we got Barcelona, I was like, oh, well, that'll be an easy game for us. I mean, looking at the Carabao Cup last season, wow. I mean, I was at the presentation for when it came to Newcastle, and it was absolutely jam-packed. I mean, you couldn't get anywhere near the players or anything, but I mean, what Eddie Howe's done for us has been absolutely fantastic.
Great.
I mean, like, it's been, like, obviously Isak, we'll get into that in a minute, which I'm not very happy about, but we'll talk about that in a second. It's one of them where I'm a bit like, what's next for us? I mean, Champions League, I mean, that's better than what I expected. I thought we would have not got Champions League last season, but it's thank you to Man U, basically.
It's also, it shows that goal difference can play a massive factor. So instead of resting on, say, a 2-0 win, go and get that third, go and get that fourth. The Newcastle United women used to do that when they were ploughing through the league. Joel, remember that when we're 7-0 up, they're not celebrating, they're running getting the ball, kicking off again. Let's kick off again. So shows you the mentality of the club. And ironically, as the programme's finished, Sandro Tonali's on the screen, ironically, on TNT Sport there. And is anyone in the Champions League, Jordan, that you don't know too much about? Is it that Union tie?
I mean, PSG, it's one of the hardest games we've had. Like last time we got beat 4-1. I mean, looking at the team that we've got now, I think possibly, maybe we could do it.
You reckon we'll get a result away at PSG?
I think so.
Wow, against European champions. Hey, I like
Yeah.
you. You're very, very positive.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about this new signing. I know you want to have your say on Isak. We'll leave that to last because it kind of
Yes.
ties in with it. Breaking news, obviously this evening being live, that Newcastle looks like we're on the verge of a. Well, it's not announcing, but he's on his way to Newcastle for medical. Voldemade from the Bundesliga. Do you know
Yeah.
much about him, or are you excited about it? That we fact that we just get.
Well, I haven't really heard anything because normally I'm on Facebook, but obviously I haven't been on today, so this is the first I've heard about it, to be honest.
You're in the right place to hear about it, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of your stuff on YouTube, so
Appreciate
I
that.
mean, some of the stuff that people have been saying about strikers. I mean, look, what can I say? I totally disagree. That would be the worst signing for us.
What
I
this?
mean, I've watched them play and I'm a bit like, nah, not when I've got angry.
It's interesting because obviously Voldemade, if I'm pronouncing his name right, he's 1 meter 98. He's not small and mobile that we associate normally with Eddie Howe. He's a complete polar opposite. But is it an option where we'll say Isak stays, right? And it's an option where Isak can create something out of himself, whereas he'll want service, Voldemade. He'll need the flanks, he'll need the crosses coming in. It's just a different option. A plan B.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just give us 2 seconds. I'm just going to shut my door.
That's okay. We'll just have a little look whilst at the live chat. Remember to drop your comments coming in if you can. I'll just read out a couple of comments as well. Make sure you hit the like. Thank you very much, Joe. I think that was you.
Yep.
That's great to see Newcastle expanding more strikers away from the Premier League. Fixture scored 19 goals last season with bless her for her opinion. Get in, I'll take it back. Bayern Munich did want Nick Voldemade, possible striker coming in. Yeah, it looks like that's great news. It's breaking that Newcastle United have a striker flying in on Tyneside. Looks like a fee's been agreed of over 60 million for a striker who's got 1 and 2 record for that. So, do you want to have your say on Isak then before we let you go, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, if the lad wants to go, let him go. I mean, this has been a hard thing for us because as fans, we like him. We are committed fans. I mean, I don't know about yous. I mean, obviously, I do watch a lot of Isak's goals and assists and stuff like that. I mean, we could have had him at Liverpool, but I mean, it's a hard one. I mean, now that Wilson's gone to West Ham, I mean, I didn't think that would happen, but never mind. It's by the by, but I think a lot of the talk with Isak, I think if he wants to leave, then let him leave. I think it's one of them where if I was manager, which I'm not, I would actually put him on the bench and actually tell him if you don't want to play, then we'll put you on the bench.
Put him on the bench and didn't play him.
Yeah, basically.
Well, Jordan, we'll love you and leave you. Thank you very much for coming on. Smashing debut. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Jordan, I cut off there. So, Matt, we will bring you on next, my friend. Joe, I want to ask you a question about, obviously, with the news breaking, because we just want to. There was a great question in the chat I seen go past with Isak as well. When do you sell him, though? It's coming. So is it a case of, yeah, we're getting this German lad in, the international, great. I don't know too much about him. I'm not going to say to you, oh, he's great, yeah, but you would think with the size of him, you'll want service. However, does Isak look at that and say, well, you've got to let me go now? Or is it a case of when we sell him? Because he's going to go eventually. It's a case of, is it this window or is it January or the next season? When do you sell him?
I think realistically now, I don't think there's enough time left. And I know deals can be done like that. I don't think there's enough time in the window to successfully negotiate a deal and a contract for Isak anywhere else. He's too fussy. There's too much ties around it, too much ticker tape to cut for our club, for the other club. I personally think even if we bring in 2 strikers, we sell Isak in January, and we probably know as a club it's easier to get that extra 10 million in January than it is at the end of the summer window. So yeah, I think personally he goes in January, and he doesn't play for the club again. And I think that would be a really, really good resolution for everyone involved. Whether he goes to Liverpool, whether he goes to Real Madrid, that is probably the best course of action to sell him in January. I feel like if he doesn't play, or if he plays minimal this entire season and we sell him next summer, we are getting less than 100 million for him, or 100 million, which is not what we want. We want between 130 and 150 and upwards. So I think in January, that's the best time to get a good valuation for Isak and to have a deal that isn't going to be marred in, God, everything else that it could be marred in now. I mean, it's been through the rigmarole now. So for me, you sell Isak in January and you recoup after that. I still think we need 2 strikers in by the end of the window, and I know that's going to be very, very hard on wage bill. But regardless, January, best bit of value, and it means we can spend that little bit extra now to recoup the money in January and to still have that in the pot for next summer for what we need. It's mad having to think this far ahead. It's like chess at the minute, and this is why I hate the Isak situation. I really do. Transfers are complicated enough.
Just play checkers, it's easier.
It is much easier.
Hello,
checkers.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, all good. You both all right?
Yeah, is there any way you can turn your mic up a tad?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a bit better. What's your reaction first to the Champions League draw?
Champions League draw, it's a tough draw, but it's one we can get through.
Love that.
That's how I'm looking at it. The order of the fixtures is the bit I'm looking for next, because we've got...
I knew you would.
Yeah.
Is an article coming on that?
Yeah, possibly.
Make sure you check out these articles on newcastlefanstv.com.
Oh, I thought it was a moment for Mick Foley plugs like the sim, so.
Going anywhere abroad anytime soon?
Oh, if only. Yeah, no, so I'm looking at it's a good, like I say, happy with a draw. Where the away games fall is going to be interesting. We got that. We got a week on match day 4 where we got West Ham and Brentford away. So if that's Leverkusen away, that's going to be a tiring week for the squad. That was test the squad depth for the travelling and all that lot. And then obviously Sunderland away in December, whichever, if that's an away game before that, we won the home one before that one, I would say.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting. Yeah, you're right in saying, because we've got such a hectic schedule, especially which we all expected to go through in the Carabao Cup as well. That'll throw in another fixture. Obviously, Barcelona, the memories, and Tino Asprilla and Keith Gillespie, and even Sonny Anderson scoring the winner for them away. I remember that. And look, it's exciting, but I was just saying to a couple of our guests before with Jordan and Lewis as well, this is what we want, though, Matt. It's what we've been looking forward to. Big ties. Yes, you might have had a couple of lesser teams, but you might say the Belgian side is the weakest on paper, but all the other teams, you've got to be excited, man.
And that's the good thing with this group stage. You get all them because of that amount of games with it in the league format. You've got that. It's almost harder not to get into the top 24. So you've got that chance. You can play all them big teams. Brilliant for fans going away. I mean, Ajax away would have been great for you lot.
Would have been amazing.
At least a draw.
Yeah.
I definitely had a brownie or two, like.
Yeah.
You go to window shopping quite a lot.
If Amanda's watching this, he doesn't mean that.
Champions League, fantastic. Obviously, it's also important to remember that if you win a game, you get quite a bit of portion of money. It's I don't know if it's gone up or not, but I'm sure it was 2.25 million the last time I checked for a win. I might be wrong, might be more. And I think it was something like 750,000 for a draw as well. You mentioned the that group format. So there's 32 teams, only 8 will drop out initially. So the top 8 automatically go through to the last 16, and then the next 16 teams basically will have a playoff before it reaches the last 16. if you're with us on that. But as you say, you only realistically got to come in the top 24, and you've got a chance of possibly moving to the next round. Any away fixtures you've got your eye on? Maybe check them out.
The Leverkusen one. I wanted Leverkusen. I know they're our team, but yeah, I got a soft spot for them from football manager reasons. Nothing else. Yeah, literally for a long season I did with them a few years ago. So that would be a good away side. PSG would have wanted someone different. Obviously, you've already played them recently, but we owed them anyway for them robbing us the last time we did the Champions League. So
I'm going to ask us both a question.
Go on.
How many points will Newcastle get from these 8 fixtures? So, Joe, you've obviously got the fixture list in front of you. So, how many points? Quickly go through the games.
So, and as we do that, I'm literally writing down my point prediction as well. We have Barcelona at home. We have PSG away. We have Leverkusen away. We have Benfica at home. We have Marseille away. PSV at home. Bilbao at home. And Union SG away. I am predicting 3 points from Barca.
Wow.
1
3,
point from PSG.
4,
1 point from Leverkusen.
5.
No points against Benfica. No points against Marseille. 3 points against PSV.
8.
3 points against Bilbao.
11.
1 point against Union SG.
So 12 points. That should, if I'm not mistaken, should just squeeze you in.
Should just
squeeze you in, considering last season, if I remember rightly. Matt?
I did the same format then. I got nothing against Barcelona.
Fair enough, understand why.
Or PSG.
Fair.
A point at Leverkusen.
1,
3 points against Benfica.
4.
Point at Marseille.
5.
3 against PSV.
8.
3 against Bilbao.
11.
And a point at Union SG.
Both of you have got 12 points.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Different orders, but
different orders. Yeah. Well, obviously, Union looks like the easiest fixture, but obviously it's the Champions League. You never know. So it'll be interesting to see which way the fixtures come out as well, because then not just that in the order. Because if it was the way it was drawn, Barcelona and PSG, the first 2, that's a tough start, and you could already be climbing. So we'll see when the fixtures, because that's what all this meeting's about, isn't it? They're all try and delegate of who's
That's a good one, Lee. Who do you want first? Comments, Matt, Lee, who do you want first? Personally, I want to start it off big. Let's PSG.
Well, the beauty about it, they're all within 2-hour flights, because that was my worries, that if you're going to go into Kazakhstan or Galatasaray in winter, it's harder to get to. So luckily you can get a flight 2 hours. You might have 1 or 2, you might have to go to London or Manchester, but whatever. But majority you can get 2-hour flight, and you can get home pretty much the same night on most places. Obviously I won't, because I've got editing and stuff to do, but I'm all right, because the European weather, probably the only one that's different is maybe Marseille, because it's a little bit warmer down there. So maybe Marseille, one of the first couple of games, the end of summer, I wouldn't mind that. But the rest, we've all got similar weather, let's be honest. They're all like German and Spanish and French teams and what have you. So Belgium gets the same weather. So Satani literally get a flight from Newcastle to Belgium in 50 minutes. So I don't know.
Fly from Newcastle to get to Belgium.
What are you saying, sorry, Matt?
Barcelona first, I reckon.
Yes.
Because, I'd say, starts off big, but also you've got it after the international break. So it's that kind of little, trying to get that little advantage you can as things on there with the players coming back. And I know obviously they're all professionals, they've all got everything on there, but there's the little things that probably sounds completely random, but little advantage you can get. There's a home game, the atmosphere will be mental, obviously. That's what I'd want. That's what I'd want at first.
Start off big, isn't it? Ooh.
Yeah. Let's talk about the breaking news. Because we want to clip some of this up into another video. So it looks like Newcastle United have agreed a fee for German international Nick Voldemade for over 60 million with add-ons, as Keith Downey was saying earlier. What's your initial reaction to that breaking news?
Good player. I don't know a great deal about him other than the stats and that. But the way what I thought when I seen that is that leaves the door open for the second striker to come in from the Premier League and for Isak to go.
Wow.
That's what I think. That leave the door open that, because you've got that in European signing coming in before the weekend, and then would still have Monday for deadline day.
So you think that Voldemort would be possibly first choice?
Possibly.
And then if the Premier League striker in, then Isak goes.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming we've got a lot of money to spare over
for January,
or even next summer.
Yeah.
Obviously PSR and whatever. Interesting theory that then. Looking at him, it's obviously it's 1 and 2. He's coming from not the most fashionable club in the world, let's be honest. But obviously he's going to get a huge pay rise. It's a bigger profile for him. Got a couple of caps, and it's some of that the club. Forget about the profile on Matt. It's a striker through the door, which the club have been criticised for all summer.
Yeah, and he's quite tall. Like you put his stats, transfer market profile, and he's quite tall, isn't he? So it's going to need, as you said earlier, he's going to need the service. Barnes is going to have to be spot on with his delivery a bit more, and Gordon Langer and that. So it's going to be a different way of playing, which will be good as well as we have these different types of games, because especially the Champions League as well.
Yeah.
And the games following Champions League and all, you'll have a glamour time in the Champions League, but then you might have to go grind something out at Wolves away.
Yeah.
Wolves away, lovely. One of the worst grounds in the Premier League to go to for me as a away fan. Awful. I get your point though. You've got to pick yourself back up again.
Yeah.
Because obviously, remember against Dortmund, we got beaten and we had to go to Bournemouth, and it was a shocking performance. And then Trippier's had to go to the fans.
I'm getting a little bit more breaking news coming through. Very, very. It's not as big as Voltemade, but apparently Downey has just put on Twitter that Newcastle still want to sign Visser and they want him to play along Voltemade. So it could be quite accurate in what Matt Lewis is saying here, in that it could be a case of you get a proven Premier League striker in, you get Voltemade coming in, and then Isak leaves. Does this all happen within, what have we got, 5 days, 4 days? Does this all really happen within 4 days? I think Lee's bringing it up for everyone right now. The freshest news that we can bring up, obviously, Newcastle Fans TV, hit the like for it, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We will bring it to you live and direct. So, Matt, the question for you from me then is Visser the guy? Is he? Because personally, I don't want Visser after the debacle that's happened at Brentford. I feel like it's Isak, but not as blown up. What's your opinion, mate?
It's the same as you. Like how he went about it to start off with was, we can't say one thing about Isak and then be hypocritical and sing for Wester straight away. But he's back training now, isn't he? I think is that I seen that right. So as he took medicine a little bit and kind of doing it probably now, and then back training, might be in the squad the weekend. You never know. But then still signed for us on Monday. So he's it's still not right what he's done. And he is a proven goal scorer. So it's one of them. I'm not happy how he did it at the start, especially like removing all his Instagram and all that sort of stuff. That's just, petty as well. But has he took his medicine a bit at Brentford based on the fact he's back at training?
Question for Canal. Look, Edwards is saying, as things stand, there is no money left for Newcastle to sign a second striker. But that's obviously a little bit different from what Downey is saying, that Newcastle still want to sign Johan Visser from Brentford to play alongside Nick Voldemade. Newcastle won't sign Voldemade and Jürgen Strand-Larsen, too similar. So are we suggesting that to bring Visser in as well, that Isak has to go?
I think that's the case in any case, really, if we're going to be bringing them in. If we're bringing in two, surely, because what we're spending at right now, we're spending's got to be in the excess of 200 million at this point, hasn't it? So we've got to be running the kitty dry at some point. We need to have some more money coming in from somewhere, and I don't see it coming in from any other of our players. So how much we're getting for Isak is the question, isn't it? How much are we going to have to pay for Visser? That's another question.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate with you. Visser comes, whatever, next couple of days, deadline day, whatever, and Voldemort comes in. Do you then, it's a little bit more relaxed on the Isak fee. We still want 150, but we might not need it all up front. Would you then say, do you know what, Liverpool, give us 120 and we want 30 over 5 year? Or if he hits, I don't know, if you win the Champions League, we win an extra 10 million. Do you know what I mean? Like some add-on bonuses. Would you accept that then, Joe?
So for me, I want 100 million up front to cover for a lot of the spending. I'd already broke this down a couple of weeks ago. I want 100 million up front to cover for a lot of the spending that we'll have. And say they agree a deal of 140 million. I want that 40 million to come in by next season so that we've got that available to spend. Then if they go on and win any trophy, for each trophy they win, I want an extra 10 million. Are my demands mental and are my demands strict? Yes, but it's because, and I don't think anyone can disagree on this, Isak goes to Liverpool. Liverpool become the most dangerous team in the world. It's official.
If Isak goes to Liverpool, Liverpool are the favourites to win the Champions League.
Yes,
for me,
the Premier League. The chances are, if Isak goes to Liverpool,
because they've got Hugo Ekitike, Isak, Wirtz will come good. And he's had a bit of a slow start. They've got a talented couple of centre back. Well, Kanat is not. If they get more Gay, and that might sort them out. Fullbacks will bomb on. Obviously, on Pong's injured. Good midfield three. They've got options for me. So
they win the triple. If Isak goes to Liverpool, they're doing a treble.
Well, I don't have to win the treble, but I think of the English clubs, they're definitely one of the favourites. But right, Matt, same question to you, last question, and then we are going to start a wrap up. We're approaching 2 hours. So we'll go with the hindsight again. Voldemort is in through the door. Whoever joins, I think it'll be Visa, because I'm not going to keep down, as you said, there'll not be two similar strikers. Comes the next couple of days, deadline day, whatever. Do you wait until Visa's signed, then say, right, Liverpool, you can come and get him for this, and we'll sell you for these add-ons?
Yeah, it's one of them. It's domino ones. You wait for that, and then it's like it's like on deadline day, one gets done, and 10 minutes is straight after. It's one of them ones that are both waiting for it, and it happens there and then. And the add-ons, I agree with what Joe said. You want the big add-ons on there, but I want it for, if it's going to do it money up front plus the add-ons, you want the goal add-ons rather than the trophy add-ons. I reckon.
True, Matt.
Because that's where because regardless if they win anything or not, he's going to score the goals.
Yeah.
And I will stick out the FA Cup and League Cup anyway. So it's
fair enough.
the goal add-ons, assist add-ons, appearance add-ons, that kind of thing, I reckon.
Spot on. Right, Matt, we shall love you and leave you. Thank you very much for coming on. Looking forward to your article on Newcastle Fans TV. Written. So thank you, Matt. So we're 2 hours. We didn't know how long we were going to go, but thank you for everyone, guests and news breaks once again whilst we are live. This happened the other night with me and 40. So we are going to clip that up into the guests and make another video a little bit later. So we'll do that. So Joe, to recap then, read out them Champions League teams one more time for us.
Newcastle United have drawn in the Champions League. Barcelona at home. PSG away. Bayern Leverkusen away. Benfica at home. Marseille away. PSV Eindhoven at home. Athletic Bilbao at home. And Union SG away. A very tough tie for the Magpies, but an exciting one at that.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Enjoyed it? It's been good,
really,
isn't it?
Really enjoyed it. It's been, don't get us wrong, I don't think I got any of the teams that I wanted. No, that's correct. I got none of the teams that I wanted, but I wanted... I got Barca. I apologise. I got Barca, which is why I'm wearing the top now, and I switched it.
I got nobody that I wanted.
And you didn't, did you?
No, but... as a travelling fan, every single one is within 2 hours, so I'm happy with that. I really am, because the amount of travelling pre-season, oh my lord. So yeah, delighted with that. It's a tough one for Newcastle, but this is what we want. We've got all the tough ones. Drop us a massive like. We are starting to wind down. Again, if you go into any of the games that plan to go abroad, you've got the QR code and the link in the description, and all you got to do is check out with the code Newcastle Fan to get that extra 15% off an eSIM. My ma's out in Gran Canaria living her life at the minute, so she's loving it. She's got that discount, and of course the breaking news this evening that Newcastle are on the verge, from what it looks like, on the signing of Nick Voldemort from the Bundesliga, and the German international is on flying to Tyneside to get a deal done of over 60 million, possibly up to 75. But there we go. So yeah, for me and Joe, we'll see you very soon. Lots of content coming up. We have the under-21s away. We have the Leeds game with the men away. The women's away. I'll be on press duty for that. Monday's a very busy day for both of us for different reasons. Joseph's in some studio you might see, and then after a few days after that, you might see him go viral again. And I'll be with you on deadline day as well. So we've got loads of stuff. And don't forget, we've got North Shields vlog, we've got Writing vlog on Extra. We've got a ton of stuff happening all over the place. This is the place you need to be.
Yeah.
NFTV. We're at every game. Cool. You had a good day.
You did it! You did it!
Yeah, we are thinking about changing our intro. But yeah, that's it. We love you and leave us, everyone. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.